to the regular podcast Knowledge Empowers. With you is me, Kat. 안녕하세요. Then we have Baruch.
Hello, hello.
And we have Kolaj.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dobré ráno, dobré ráno, dobré ráno.
Oh, it's like 2 drops down compared to previous energy levels.
Still going down? Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. You need to like boost yourself. But guys, there was a time change and it really hit me hard. I would just sleep if I could.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah.
The older I get, the harder it gets on me. Unbelievable. Guys, I have a question on you. You both are over your 30s.
You don't, no, don't say that. It's a secret.
Kat. You both are over a certain age. So what does a word career means for you? Do you have a career? Are you following your career? What does it mean for you when I say career? Let's start with Kolaj.
And here I thought that first will be going Baruch. So what it means for me, and not much. When it comes to career, I don't follow it. I don't care about career. I mostly follow my passion and skills and what I want to do when I grow up. So it's like looking ahead, what is there and where to move next. And that's it. There is no specific career like that's what I want to be in 20 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had, maybe with any leader across your work experience, a career discussion?
Yes, I did. And it's always weird because we are like, even if you are approached by a leader, in my perspective, they have low control over your career, because if we call it career, like next step, because it's all about you. If you want to move, if you want to develop, whatever, it's all in your hands. So they can give you contacts or something like that, but the ultimate choice is yours. So usually it's like, oh, I see you do this, you do that, but that's it. Like, sure, I don't really care.
What about you, Baruch?
Well, when I was young, I thought, career is a job that gives you money. And that's what I wanted. But I mean, and that's still something I want, but it's kind of different priority. Like it's not my first priority right now. But I know I've made several decisions in my career that I thought it is a career, or at least I think of it as a career. And I know at some point I wanted to become a manager, and we were talking about that in another episode. But I think I also had this kind of discussion with my manager. And honestly, I'm half there like a Kolaj. Like I'm thinking of my career as something where I can follow my purpose and follow my objectives. But at the same time, I'm also trying to make smart decisions regarding choice of job positions. And I know at some point, like when I first joined First Corporation, I was building websites, and then the next position that I was offered after maybe, let's say, half a year or even less was a QA specialist. And it was my first career choice. And I felt like, okay, this has no future for me. Like I don't see any future in this. And so I declined, and it was a little bit difficult because I was new to the company, and I was also new to making decisions regarding my career. So I a little bit felt like I'm maybe doing a mistake. Like, hey, I'm having a new opportunity here. Maybe it's not a good decision to decline something new. But I'm really glad I did decline it, because if I didn't, I would probably not have a career as I have right now. And from that time, I decided I will always make the decision that seemed right to me.
I remember when the first time someone brought the word like career, it actually built anger in me. I still remember that feeling connected because I didn't understand what does career mean. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, all I wanted to do was I want a job that will make me happy and where I can use my skills. Like, what career? Why career? Why do I have to have a career? I don't want to have a career. I want to have a job that I want to enjoy. That's all I was looking forward to or after, or how I can say it, right? So it took me a while to actually grasp it, what's meant behind it, and also once I was a manager, and I still somewhere I do have a slide, and it's called career conversation that you should have with your employees. But the way I looked at it was really whenever I had the discussion with the team member, I asked them, what do you like, or which skill you really want to build, or what is it that you learn? Which skill makes you really happy when you're doing it? And then they looked at me and they said, they really saw that that's something they can grasp and talk about. Versus if you just say career, you are not able to like touch it, hold it. What does it mean? Are you thriving for a position, for power? But then that's not so easy, you know, like what is, but when you say what skills make you happy, and let's say, I don't know, I like talking, or I love Java, or I love this, then that's something you are really focusing on, right? So, and even today, I still have people who are approaching me and they are talking to me. I don't know if I want to be project manager, or I want to be this or that. I'm like, stop looking at a position as the name of the position. Start looking the skill that makes you happy, and then the opportunities will rise up, right?
I would even not say it makes you happy, makes you fulfilled, and makes you feel like you are doing the right thing for you and the other people in the company. So yeah,
Bringing the value.
exactly.
And it took me, a couple of years lost that everyone always were talking about careers. So guys, don't focus on your career, but focus on skill set you want to develop, something that fulfills you. Don't forget you have families around, friends. You should spend time with them as well. Which reminds me, we three, as we are here, went for lunch yesterday. Poor Kolaj, I hugged him so tight because I haven't seen him face to face for so long. So also it's important to meet with your friends, right? Also face to face, if it allows the situation, because these people will be always there for you. Or, as my mom used to say, if you climb up the ladder, look for the people you are meeting ahead of it, because when you will go down the ladder, those people will be still there. So depends on how you behave to them, that's how will they behave to you back, right? So
Funny thing is that when you join a huge corporate or huge company, you usually expect that, oh, I joined this junior position and they have already a plan for me for the next 20 years where I will move from senior to senior position, then I will be this expert, then I will be this expert and this expert. And for the next 20 years, everything is planned ahead. I'm going to change the job for every 3 years, maybe not even that, maybe 5 years, but they have everything planned. Sorry, guys, it's not working like that anymore. You really need to start focus on what are the jobs to be done. So what you want to do instead, not to who you want to be.
Yeah, it's very critical to watch the market for the useful skills,
Mhm.
a job market, and where it is going. So it's not enough just to look at what is needed now, but also where it is heading.
Yeah, because with the technology, the jobs which we will be having in 20 years are not existing yet. And the jobs we have right now will probably cease to exist in 20 years because some of those will be replaced by AI or some automation, whatever self help
Yeah.
you can do instead, instead of visual stuff. So,
And for example, because of AI or some other new technologies, new jobs will emerge. So it's not just some jobs will die off, but also there will be new ones that will require people having skills.
And you can you can also develop maybe some of your hobbies, because you never know. So I'll give you an example. My husband is very handcrafted. So literally, he's a handyman. Whatever breaks in our house, he can fix it. He can fix electricity, literally anything. And once we were changing a bathtub, and he searched for companies around Slovakia that we needed the whole bathtub to be changed. And he measured, and he sent the person all the measurements, everything. But obviously, the person, because dealt with so many customers, didn't believe the measurements that my husband sent it to. And then the person arrived to our flat, measured it, and was like really stunned, like on the precision and everything. And my husband just looked at him like, what do you think? Like, duh. And actually, this person offered him a job right on the spot, that if he could, like, he would offer him a job to take care of the whole Western Slovakia, to cover it up, because he saw like, you're the first customer I ever had with precise measurement, really understanding what I need for me to build then the built-in bathtub and everything. So I never had it before. Like, would you like to work for me? And I'll give you the whole Western geography to take care of. My husband was like, okay, but no, thank you. So sometimes you never know that, you can get job offer just because you are skilled in also something else. But of course, you're searching what fulfills you, right? Even though my husband can fix things or whatever we have in a flat, he built it himself. That's his hobby. It's not his like fulfillment. So really search something that fulfills you, and then work on it. And also, guys, even if you finish high school, college, university, and you go like, finally I'm done with education. Nope. If you want to be successful, and you will really see how the world is like I don't want to say swimming among of sharks, but if you want to stay on top of the game and you do want to have good salary, you want to be the one getting the opportunities, or you want to be the one approaching the opportunities or offering the opportunities, you will constantly work on your skill set. Constantly, because you 10 years passes by, younger generation arrives, and then you look at yourself, I feel dumb compared to the the younger people start talking about, I don't know, that technology, this or application, and you're just looking at them like, what are they even talking about? And that's when you realize, oh my God, I fall asleep. I need to do something about it. So really, guys, whatever offers you have for development or something where you can enlarge the knowledge, go for it. Really go, learn, try to stay at top of the game. We have to work till retirement, if there will be any retirement. So, and also another advice from me, if possible, stay around younger generation. No matter how old are you, stay. Sometimes you will not understand them. These young people will make you not only look young, but I just really recall 4 years ago when I had my team, and the average number was 25. So they were in the range of 19 to 30. But all the information, whenever the guys had conversation, many times I had no idea what the guys are talking about. But just because they were discussing it, I could like dig in, like, what are you talking about? And then like a new world opened to me, like, what? But now being on this position, I'm not, and being not in office, right, where you don't hear those talks, I see I don't have that. And I'm the one I need to sort of reach out to information. Whereas before it was the information were coming to me just because I was surrounded by younger people. So now it requires more energy or more steps from me to go after the information. So every time, whenever we have any session or webinar, I just go, because currently these are my only options where I can enlarge my knowledge.
So after all of this, guys, what would you suggest as a first step for someone who has no idea where to start, how to build his or her career?
Oh, let's go back 15 years. I remember, so once I've learned HTML and CSS, right? So I always search for a job where I can speak English, because it took me, or let's say I invested a lot into it, that I would speak a decent English, and I didn't want it to lose it. And if you don't practice it, you lose it, right? Yeah. And so I had like 3 skill sets: English, HTML, CSS. And I'm like, I've been searching for a job where I could use these 3 skills. And then a former colleague, she joined like a job fair company, and she was like, "Kid, I found it. I found a job for you where they exactly want just these things." I'm like, I can't believe, no, such a thing doesn't exist. No. And she was like, "No, really." And so she invited me for an interview, and then they sent me to the corporation for the interview. That's where we 3 later met, right? And I just couldn't believe that, oh my God, I can just use these skills. But then you are in it, right? But we know how technology really moves forward. And as soon as, instead of, let's say, building a website just on HTML and CSS parts, content management systems come handy, right? Because then anyone can update it, literally. And so that's how your job could be, erased just because of a content management system. So a new, let's say, application that is put on top to build it. But of course, you don't think that way at the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. But that's once I joined, and you start looking and observing, and I found out that there is a guy who is paid for talking. Well, I love talking, right? So I'm like, I want to get paid for talking. So I was really observing the guy a lot, and then I start asking him about his job. What does it require? How long do I need to stay on this position? So that's how I started, First, I was really focusing on my 3 strong skills that I had at that time. And then once I joined the company and I started like looking around, and I saw, oh my God, I love talking, and guys, I'm a huge extrovert. My husband is a huge introvert. So once I got that job where I was talking nonstop, right? So I had like 6 to 8 calls a day. He was so happy because I came home and I was quiet. Not only did I spend my 20,000 words, I spent his 20,000 words as well. So I wanted to say that if you're just not sure and you really don't know, I don't want to say take any opportunity that is around you, but there are things around you that you can sort of put your feet in without changing your current job. So I don't know, people are searching for core team members, like to help with organizational skills or help come and do me a speaker or come and help to organize this, etc. Try that. That doesn't even concerns your current job, but that's something where you can go and check and train maybe either a skill or just try it where you would like it without, cutting your job or threatening your current job. And that way you might find out, oh my God, I love organizing events, or oh my God, I enjoy being a speaker, or oh my God, I'm enjoying being the digital producer or co-facilitator or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that's where you can try it and see whether you like it. And go and take those type of opportunities where you can try it. And then you will find out, maybe you will not, but find out that, oh, this is something I really enjoy. And then you can start working on those skills to build it up.
For me, it's always about a weight combination of two unexpected skills. Like Kat, you were saying that HTML and English together, which at that time was like, okay, that's just, I don't see how you can combine the language skills with the technical skills. And so right now, after some of the time, like English and HTML, we expect it like from almost anyone that can, that they are having some sort of a technical skill in combination with language skills because global markets, blah, blah, blah. So right now I'm trying to deep dive more into behavioral economics and combine it with the people management, because that's right now some sort of two fields which are not really interconnected and filling that gap. So find out what is interesting for you, like Kat said, and combine it, which is not, create a combination which is not really expected.
And I will maybe end it with following. Because I've seen it in my life too many times. When you see super smart people, but instead of them holding the ownership of their own, and I'm putting in a quote, career, they wait until the very end. Let's say, for example, due to organizational changes, the whole department is moving to, let's say, India or whatever, China, whatever. And so you lose a job. Be the owner of your own destiny. Be the owner of your career path. So as soon as you either see or feel that just something is just not right or going downhill, start search for either new job, reach out to your network, be ahead of the game before someone else make the decision for you. Why? Because the sooner you start, you have way more opportunities to get, versus if it just happens. Yes, company might give you some money package, but then you have way less or way shorter time to search for a new job, versus if you do it by yourself. Plus, you will pick something you want to have because you are still not threatened that you lose a job. Versus if you already don't have the job, you are literally, and if you are, oh my God, let's say you have a mortgage or you need to pay rent and lots of obligations, then you just take the first job that is there just so you could continue and pay everything you need to pay. And then again, you stuck there because of comfort or whatever, and then you just don't change again. So really own your own destiny, own your own skill set, own your own development. Don't wait until the very last moment.
Comfort is definitely a very strong trap that many people fall into. Feeling like, okay, this team will last forever and my job here will be needed forever. Yeah, that's not true. Yeah, so definitely work on your career.
And with that, sugohašasmida.
Bye bye.
Majte sa, pekný deň, čau, čau, čau.
This podcast represents our own opinions, experience, and our own ideas. We do not represent any official statement from our employers, and this is not their official channel representing the company.